gather round, and I will tell you a story that is adapted from a folk tale from India. It is perfectly suited to young children as well. I'm sure you'll find something in it for you. Let's see. Once upon a time, there was a wise woman who lived at the edge of town. You could find her on her back porch sipping sun tea. People came from far and wide, and she welcomed them. She was able to help them with her wisdom. It was said she knew when the rains would come. She knew when to plant, and she knew when to harvest. She could help a sick child as well as an ailing adult. Neighbors would come arguing, and she would help them resolve their issues and see eye to eye. No matter what the problem, she could help them. In fact, rumor was it that whatever advice she gave, she was never wrong. Not ever. The children of the village did not believe this, and so they tested her. The children asked her about the plants. They asked her about the animals. They asked her about things beyond this world. No matter how difficult the questions, she always gave answers that proved that she had thorough knowledge of the subject. Whatever she told them, she was right. Most of the children of the village were satisfied. However, one little boy could not believe that someone could be right all the time. How could she? So he set about a test to prove her wrong. It just irritated him to no end. It got under his collar, and he was determined to prove her wrong. So he thought, and he thought, and he thought some more until he came up with a foolproof plan to prove her wrong. Hatching this plan, he told all his young friends to meet him the next day in the afternoon at the wise woman's home. The next day, the little boy went into the forest. He looked high and low for a bird. Finally, he found one and caught her with his net. He took it back to the village in his hands. And when he got to the wise woman's home, he saw all of his friends around waiting for him to prove the wise woman wrong. He would prove her wrong. He would do anything to prove her wrong. Holding the little bird behind his back, he called out, "Old woman, come show us how wise you are." The wise woman came calmly to the door. "How may I help you?" she asked. The little boy said, "They say you know everything. Can you tell me about this bird I'm holding behind my back?" The wise woman put her loving and compassionate gaze on the little boy. She said, "I do not know everything, for that would be impossible. However, whatever is troubling you, I can help. Please tell me how I can help you." The little boy was furious. He did not come here for help. He came to prove the wise woman wrong. He would do anything to prove her wrong. He had developed this scheme that was foolproof. With the bird behind his back, he would ask the wise woman whether the bird was alive or dead. If she said alive, he would wring its neck and show her the dead bird to prove her wrong. If she said dead, he would pull the bird from behind his back and let her fly free, proving she was alive. Whatever the wise woman said, she would be wrong. He would prove her wrong. Continuing with this scheme, He said to the wise woman, "Tell me if the bird I am holding behind my back is alive or dead." The wise woman paused for a long moment, while the little boy trembled with excitement because this was to be his moment. This was the moment he would prove the wise woman wrong. This is the moment he would be triumphant. The wise woman took her time and answered, "My young friend, the answer is in your hands. The answer is in your hands." The little boy realized that the wise woman had spoken correctly and truthfully, and once again had proven her wisdom, even though she did not use one of the choices he had provided. The answer was indeed in his hands. Feeling the little bird wriggling in his hands, he suddenly felt very ashamed. Pulling the bird from behind his back, he looked into her sweet eyes and apologized. "I'm sorry, little one," and let her fly free. The answer was indeed in his hands. Just like the little boy in this story, all our life choices are in our hands. When we're trying to prove somebody wrong or prove ourselves right, others could get hurt. Choose wisely. It's in your hands. It's in your